Check out my screen here. I previously wrote about this, but I want to make a video about it as well. It's been a number of months, and this shows you what's going on online, at least in the past and continuing to now, about what's happening with AI and celebrities and things that aren't true. I'm going to hit play on this and I'm going to talk about it. I'm not going to play the whole thing. It's about 9 minutes, but I want to talk about what this is because what you're going to see is pretty crazy.
Means so much to you. Have you always talked about it?
It's a balance. I don't want to jam it down anybody's throat, but I do not deny my faith. That's an even bigger sin. You know, it's not popular in my industry, but you know, I cannot deny my faith. You know, I think it'll continue to open people's eyes.
I believe that they gave me a raw deal because this industry is a monster. It's the same monster that these Me Too was trying to tell you about.
I went through something that I thought I would never ever go through.
We're all dealing with the inevitable, just mortality. And so to see how Stu handled that with grace and dignity and how it's encouraging people to embrace those things and to be supportive and loving and never giving up on people.
In a brave...
Okay, so what this video is, it claims it's called Mark Wahlberg Exposes the Evil Hollywood for Blacklisting Sound of Freedom, right? I cover potential scams here on my channel, but I want to talk about these sorts of things as well because this has zero truth behind it. And it's a 9-minute video. These videos always begin, or most of the time at least, begin with a few clips that make you think that the people in them are talking about whatever it is, like in this video here, and then Dave Chappelle, like they were talking about Mark Wahlberg or Hollywood being evil or something like that. And the reality is those are misleading. And then it goes into an AI voice that narrates the rest of the video. It's not a real person who narrates the rest of the video. And so let's go back to that beginning of the narration. And here it is. So I'm going to hit play here and you get to listen to a little bit of this. And I'm going to tell you what's going on with all this.
Candid move. Mark sheds light on the disturbing...
To be supportive and loving and never giving up on people.
In a brave and candid move, Mark sheds light on the disturbing truth behind the blacklisting of the powerful film Sound of Freedom.
And he never said anything about this movie. Whenever I previously wrote about this, he had never said anything publicly about Sound of Freedom. And so this video here exists through the creation of AI to spread misinformation about Mark Wahlberg, about the movie, about whatever, you know, in the effort to make people think that, you know, Hollywood tried to suppress this or that or whatever. And I'm not saying that there was no one in Hollywood who disliked the movie. So we don't need to get, you know, crazy down in the comments. I'm not saying anything like that. I know people all the time send me all caps comments and I'm like, all right, dude, calm down. So what I'm saying here, though, is that this is an AI created video. That's the reason I'm making my video. It's an AI created video that is meant to make you think that Mark Wahlberg had remarks about Sound of Freedom, and he never said a word about it. They are trying to get at the emotions of the people who post in all caps about Hollywood being evil or weird, that sort of a thing, which oftentimes is associated with right-wing politics, Republican politics. And so they're using these tools here, AI, whoever created the video here, whoever's in charge of the channel, whatever, they're using different tools with AI and celebrities in ways that are with you know, improper. Mark Wahlberg never said any of this stuff to get at the emotions of people who are likely going to be right-wing minded. And so instead of saying, well, Hollywood is evil and, you know, they are trying to do this and that, and they're evil, and Mark Wahlberg's a good man. Well, no, that's fine. You want to say that? That's fine. What I'm trying to say is these people who made this video are trying to get at your emotions if you are one of those people. So don't let them do that. You know, it's kind of like whenever a scam is out there and it's for weight loss pills and they say something like Big Pharma doesn't want you to buy these pills, fight Big Pharma. They're just trying to get at your emotions to then take advantage of you or whatever it may be, right? So don't let that kind of like psychology trick. Is it reverse psychology? Whatever it is, don't let that work. Don't feed into that, become emotional and talk about your own feelings about something because you're just buying into what they want you to do. I'm gonna play a little bit more of this and then we'll be done.
Mark Wahlberg is about to expose the dark and twisted reality of the industry.
He's not.
Specifically regarding the shocking blacklisting of the powerful films. This story will captivate your attention and open your eyes to the secrets the entertainment giants wanted wanted to keep hidden. Prepare to
They
be riveted as we
didn't
delve
wanna-
into the mysteries Hollywood didn't want you to know. Before we get into the heart of the matter, let's set the stage for what went down with Sound of Freedom.
Okay, so the point of this kind of a video with the way that it's laid out, and that's all I need to show you, because you can go watch the rest if you want, but this is on a channel called Drama Bay, by the way. Again, it's an AI created video, and maybe it was even AI scripted, AI edited, AI voiced. I mean, it's definitely an AI product of AI. What they always do is they talk at the beginning about the video title. And here it's about Mark Wahlberg exposing evil Hollywood for blacklisting Sound of Freedom. They talk about it at the beginning, and then they go for about 7 or 8 minutes. And then they maybe talk about it at the very end, and then they show some user comments, and then it's over. And they've never actually shown you anything about Mark Wahlberg saying a word about Sound of Freedom. And why? Again, he never said anything about it. And they're using Mark Wahlberg because he's like a tough guy, a tell it like it is kind of a guy, you know. Same thing with other celebrities that get used in this case, you know, Sam Elliott. He's a no-nonsense looking guy, right? Tom Selleck too. They're no-nonsense American, you know, they get used in scams all the time because they know that people will be like, yeah, he's an upstanding person. And, you know, they use it in scams and in these kind of videos to get at your emotions. And again, don't let them do that. These AI videos, I mean, talk about this for a second. The way that these sorts of videos appear to have been created, and I would bet money on this, is that someone typed out a prompt, a few sentences, maybe even one sentence, saying they wanted to create a video about 9 minutes long that would talk about how Hollywood actor Mark Wahlberg has chosen to expose Hollywood for being evil, and that he spoke out about how Sound of Freedom was blacklisted. And then you hit enter, and then an AI tool will then find clips online of Mark Wahlberg, put it all together, create a script, and then have an AI created voice create the script all through the one button press. And then you make a few edits here and there if you want to afterward, depending upon what AI shows you. And then you've got your video. Mostly all done by AI, except for the prompt and maybe a few edits. That's how these are created. And there are a lot of these channels out there, and it is pretty nuts. And this has been going on for well over a year now. It's March 2024. And there are several channels I've been watching, not only for my channel here, but also where I work, you know, and this is just the beginning. This is, you know, the fact that they can create these videos, and, you know, some of the videos they create do contain some truths, but this is one of the ones that just is completely, you know, bogus. Mark Wahlberg never said a word about Sound of Freedom. So I hope that you found this at least a little bit interesting, because there are a lot of videos out there like this. And if it has a voice that sounds like this.
Film is based on a powerful true story following the heroic journey of Tim.
So there are a few different AI voices out there that are very popular. You maybe have heard the guy who talks like this sometimes on TikTok. I can't do the voice perfectly, but you probably know what I'm talking about. That kind of a voice guy. That is another popular AI voice. And the next time you're watching a video that is not from an official news publisher, a big name news publisher, and you never see who's talking, it might be an AI voice. Just keep that in mind. Things are getting crazy out there, and lies are coming more and more. And so watch out for this. Hit the like button down below, comment, and please do subscribe. I cover a lot of scams. I cover a lot of these weird AI videos as well. There are so many scams out there. There are so many different AI videos out there misleading people, and I'm doing what I can on my own time, personal YouTube channel here to keep track of that. If you find that interesting, subscribe, hit the bell, and thank you so much for watching.